or whatever.
Yo, hold on. Let me tell you my ticket right first.
Go ahead.
We can put that on record, like.
But that
right here. Like,
let's give a shout out to Toby for get to the Fantasy League Championship.
Yeah, finally. Somebody.
That's against my boy, Toby. That's against my bro.
Yo, you seen that bench Russell Wilson? I told you.
Ooh.
Yeah.
They gave you the same points though, didn't they?
Yeah, they kind of get out like barely. They damn near gave you.
He had like 5 more points than Russell Wilson. He had like 17. Russell Wilson had like 12.
It all counts.
It all counts.
So look, Mike, yo, so Pete, this gotta be a miracle, low key. But they got that insurance on it, so I'll get my $10 back. But I got LeBron under 24 points. AD over 8 boards, PG over 5 boards, Kawhi over 8 boards, then LeBron over 10 assists and 10 boards. So 20, 10 and 10. 10 and 10 for the first game of the season for the King.
Did they have an option to say choose the triple-double for more money? You just bet on all that.
You ain't bet the game at all? Just all prop bets?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. I mean, that's what you like, bro. I put 150. I put 150 on the game, so I keep it simple.
You took the spread, Mike?
Yeah, Lakers only give it 3.
Yeah, when he said that, I was like, "Oh, that's a close game. That's how it's gonna be."
Nah, bro. Lakers gonna win by like 10 or more, bro.
Nah, Brian messing around, lose on purpose, man. You know he's not. You know how he is.
He
take L's against teams that you want him to win. He just wants to see how you gonna play him.
Yo, they're gonna set the tone open at night, and they so deep, bro. I ain't really worried about it.
They're not setting shit.
Nah, the ring, yeah. They hit the ring like
they ready to be killing them.
We gonna smack the Clippers. Yeah.
Thank you. They're gonna smack the Clippers, though.
Yeah. The ring night? Nah, he coming home.
Why this shit look like they in the bubble though?
They ain't no fans.
Anybody there?
No fans, bro.
That shit look like they out in Orlando. Shit.
Nah, they ain't go to state. But I mean, they what they at? Brooklyn?
No fans.
In Brooklyn, but that shit look nutty as hell.
Because there ain't no fans.
Wait. Okay, bro. Okay. I thought all right.
Gonna be like this all season or whatever. It's crazy. But get ready to get some football going.
Yeah, let's get this thing popping, man.
Yeah, of course Ravi probably ain't watching.
I need niggas to go off for this jump.
Now LeBron, you don't need to go off.
Yeah, I got this. I bet it on
I'm gonna be
this game too.
What you got this game? Hold on, guys.
Blind bet? Like you ain't know this now? Like
huh?
Your sudden surprise is making me feel like you didn't even know you bet these games.
Now look, so I got Steph Curry over 24.
That's a good bet.
Oubre under 21. He not getting no dub.
That's good. I'll take that.
KD over 28. Kyrie 21. No, it's Golden State. You're not gonna get 28.
All right,
good. No Clay. No.
Kevin Durant 7 boards. Joe Harris under 4 boards. Kevin Durant give me 3 threes.
You bet on all that?
I'm ready to get 980 for that shit.
Oh, for $10 ticket.
980. What the hell's wrong?
I'm ready to get. Not 980. I'm tripping.
What you think, Toby? KD over 28?
460.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant 28? Yeah, he gonna get that.
Yeah, maybe. It is a bucket, bro. He had like 25 in the preseason game against Boston.
That's what I'm saying. And then Steph over 25, no Clay. Kyrie, give me 21.
Yeah, those are good.
But, you never know.
I don't know. You're right. KD got about 8 right now, first quarter. So,
what Kyrie got?
Oh, shit, yeah.
What Kyrie got?
He's definitely getting 28. He got 8 right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway, all right, fellas, we off for that. Let's get ready for this football show. Welcome to Beyond the Trenches, episode 14, as we move along with the NFL season. I'm your host, Big Mike, on the BigMike.LittleAnt channel. We have our esteemed panel back as usual, minus our special guest, correspondent Ravi. Of course, we got my man Jeff. What's up?
What's up, man?
As you can see, he got the background with the BTT that stands for Beyond the Trenches. Tobi.
Yo,
we got Jordan up in the building. All right, so let's go, man. I want to get the bad out the way. So let's start with last night's Monday Night Football game. Steelers lose the third game in a row, despite the troll Jordan over here. Is it time to hit the panic button? Let me let Jeff go. Jeff's is neutral. Let me let Jeff go.
Yeah. No, I don't think it's time for the panic button. It's bad, but they always have a good half and a bad half. If they just play one good game of the good half football, like last night they scored 17 in the second half. Like if you score 17 2 quarters, that's 30 points. They just getting off to a slow start. And they having to play from behind, and the urgency makes them play better. But why they don't have the same urgency coming out from the gates? The running game was actually all right. I mean, for its purpose. You know what I'm saying? Just to bring them up, because how many sacks did Ben have? He might have had a lot, right? I mean,
I think last night he had a lot. He was coming, and Villanueva was getting killed last night.
I mean, look, either way you look at it, they just don't put together 2 full halves of football. And if they can just do that, they got 11 straight wins. Damn, they can't lose a couple. Like 11 straight. Like that's not nothing nowadays. Like
it's just a question, bro. All right.
Yeah, they be all right.
All right.
No panic.
No panic. All right. Go ahead, Jordan. What you think, bro?
I'm not gonna say it's time to panic, but they have a problem. The past 3 games, the last 3 losses, they've generated no turnovers and had 6 turnovers. So they were one of the best teams before they lost to the Washington Redskins. I mean, to the Washington football team. They were one of the best teams in terms of taking it away and not giving it away. They were top 5. You know what I'm saying? So they need to start creating a little bit more turnovers on defense and, stop giving away the ball. And I think they'll be fine. The injuries that they had in terms of, the linebackers is pretty significant. They didn't get a lot of pressure on Finley last night. And sometimes you can, that you can tell, you know what I'm saying, that having Bud Dupree out is a problem for them. Because when you got the 2 of them, Dupree and Watt, it's like, what do you do? You know what I'm saying? So that's a big factor for them. They did run the ball pretty well, but it was against the Bengals, So even though they came out and smacked them in the mouth and, Juju's got more TikToks than receptions this year. But, and he got smacked in the mouth too. But I don't think it's time to panic. I think they just need to get those things taken care of and they'll be fine.
Tobi, what you think, bro?
Our resident Steelers fans. Wait, what do you guys think?
Yeah.
Honestly, to be honest, as a Steelers fan, it is time to panic. But honestly, right now, I don't care. We're going to the playoffs. That's my main focus. There's no buys. We're going to the playoffs. By that time, we have to get ourselves together. My offense is trash. I don't like it. I always said this dink and dunk shit is trash. You got to get. And low-key Ben he's getting there. I remember in the first play of the game, I watched the first play. He couldn't get it down to James Washington beat the dude. He couldn't get it down to him. It was underthrown. It was on the move though. I'm like, Ben is not really gonna throw on the move, but yeah, it was good spacing, I guess. It's a bad loss. That's 3 in a row. We play Indianapolis next, I think. And then I think we end at the Browns. I think. No, did we beat the Browns twice already? I think that's how.
No, last 2 I think are Colts and Browns. Yeah.
Colts and Browns. Yeah. So, I feel like we're gonna beat the Colts because we're not gonna lose 4 in a row. Come on, we're not gonna lose 4 in a row. It's not happening. And then whatever happened to the Browns, but nobody gets a bye anyways. I guess it's home field when you win a division though. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about that.
All right, before I do that, Jordan, Kyrie got 13 and KD got 10 in the first quarter. But another thing, I want to say that yeah, I think it is You should have bet those two by yourself and called it a day, honestly, right? It's definitely an easy thing. But
got a dub, so
anyway, I think it is time to panic, man. 3 in a row is bad for any team at any point of the season. That's a lot of games to lose straight. And I said it last week. I mean, the running game with Snell was a little bit better, but the problem is they still throw the fucking 1 yard outs or whatever, like all the time, which is ridiculous. You're right. Ben got a hard time getting the ball down the field. He's not mobile as he used to be. He's not as fast as he used to be. So that's a problem. But it's more the play calling be a little off too, even when they get in the red zone. I'm like, yo, what are you doing and stuff? The defense is just that. I mean, listen, you can only sustain so many injuries before it catch up to you. And they got so many injuries at the linebacker position, especially. And then I think the safety went out with the shoulder injury last night too, or whatever. So
yeah, they're all banged up.
Yeah, man, it's just a lot. They got to just try to cruise through these last 2 games and get as healthy as they can be before the playoffs start. But I do think it's time to panic, especially because of the offense. And Juju, yeah, he got to stop this fucking dancing on the fucking opponent's field and shit like that, because he's just calling attention to himself for no reason and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And
So listen, right? Let me cut you off because I'm tired of hearing you say this stuff. Last night, as a team, the Steelers ran the ball 20 times for 93 yards and a touchdown, right?
Mhm.
Those are great numbers for a team, right?
I said the running game was a little better last night. Go ahead, I'm listening.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about as a team. So Ben had 170 yards and a touchdown. A lot of it was in going on, right?
Right.
Now, Finley was through 13 passes. And then they ran the ball like, 42 times? I'm just saying.
We couldn't stop the run, bro. That's because of the linebackers not being there. Finley was hitting the edge, and y'all froze.
It was doubling Watt a couple times. That was easy picking.
Yo, Finley ain't even fast. He had like 50 yards rushing last night. Like, it's crazy.
Who?
Finley, the quarterback.
Yeah, he did. I mean,
that's what I'm saying, bro. It was some bad.
I mean, you gotta give some credit to Cincinnati. I mean, they came out with some energy.
Yeah,
they lost to a bad team. They suck.
Right, thank you.
Energy,
I mean, they came out with energy. You can't. Listen. At this point,
to bad teams. I don't
Tobi, but at this point in the season, all that shit. At this point in the season,
this was this W, yo. This was W that you should have just took, and then you gotta play Indy next week.
I mean, it's okay though, bro. You gotta give them credit. You gotta give Cincinnati credit, though.
I'm not giving them any credit. We sucked.
That's
they
wild.
They was trashing, yo. They was definitely blowing runners up.
It was heading because it's Juju's fault. Juju got them going. Once they got that hit, they was like, how are we here? Steelers is like, yo, we just want to come get this easy W. We're not trying to get hit like that. They know everybody know we're gonna do those quick outs. They on that shit every time.
I said, man, an offense can't sustain with 1 yard outs. You got to be able to get the ball down the field. That's any NFL.
Running the ball, so.
Yo, and like I said, in the passing game, Villanueva was getting killed last night by the other defensive end, bro. And I feel like he was in Ben's lap. Y'all saw that all night. So I don't know. It ain't like it's one game, Jeff. It's 3 games. Like it ain't. I mean, that's a lot for NFL.
I mean, no, but I'm not hitting the panic button. They got injuries. They need to fix things offensively, but you're not going to hit the panic.
How much time you got left?
You're not going to hit the panic button. They're 11-3.
2 games.
They're 11-3.
It only got to turn on one time.
Right. They got to get healthy, like you said, Mike. They can turn it on in the playoffs. They can fix these things. These aren't things that are not fixable that are happening to them.
They're going to need they need a statement win against the Colts next week or whatever. If that statement win, no, seriously, that can kind of propel them a little bit. But if they lose or get blown out or something like that, then it's bad. They're lucky. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Listen, they lucky that they got the tiebreaker against Baltimore because they beat them twice and whatnot. Because they could want to lose the 5 in a row and be tied with Baltimore and lose the whole fucking division and shit like that. So they're lucky they got the tiebreaker.
Ain't no luck. They did it.
The one game Jackson was out with the COVID or whatever like that. So I mean, they did it, but still, you know what I'm saying. So
plenty on the field.
Moving on forward, man. That's what I think about the Steelers. And I was still disappointed last night, as Tobi was too. Not watching that game.
Wolfsburg. It was out there getting that ass rocked.
Oh, now you want to be a troll. Before he was all on us, now you want to be a troll.
Yeah, I don't even Eagles fans. Like, come on. NFC East.
Wolfsburg out there getting cracked. We wasn't out there getting cracked dancing on niggas' logos. But it's all right. Next topic.
I mean, that's Juju. Juju got to go, man. I feel like he immature, honestly. That's my logos too.
Yeah, but you know that. He hasn't had a 100-yard game since Antonio Brown's left. I sent you that shit.
Nigga off the internet, bro.
Yo, bro.
Now he has it.
So,
He has it.
if a dude got 99-yard games the whole time and he don't have a 100-yard game, the guy left.
He doesn't have a 100-yard game. Yo, what?
He hasn't had a 100-yard game since AB has not been on the Steelers.
But listen, I don't want to hear that, bro, because when we talk about Zeke having a 100-yard game in 2 years, you was like, he's still the best back in football.
Zeke, we all know Zeke is, but it's all right. He's been doing the shit.
Anyway, moving on forward, man. Seahawks did win yesterday in a sloppy game, but the Rams lost to the Jets, which was crazy. So how bad is that loss for the Rams when it comes to NFC East, West? And are you worried about the Rams after that loss? So what you think, bro?
Am I worried about them?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess. I mean, you lost to the Jets, but the Rams are a crazy team. Sometimes they look great, and then sometimes they just play bad. They play the Seahawks next, I think. So I think that game is going to determine a lot, especially for that division. So, but I mean, I don't know what to expect from them, to be honest. They might, if they beat, they're going to come back and play competitive with the Seahawks. They might win. I heard I think they beat the last maybe like 3 out of 4 times or something like that. I'm not sure, but yeah, I mean, the Rams.
Never know what to expect for the Rams. Okay. All right, Jeff. What do you think, Jeff?
You know what? With the Rams, I think they still going in the division.
Really?
They got the best defense. Huh? Yeah,
Okay.
They got the best defense. You know, and I don't trust the Seahawks. I just don't. Like, has he not shown us all year they go up and down? After his hot streak, it was a wrap. I trust that defense. It's a top tier defense. You got Donald, best player. You got Ramsey in the back. And I just think they just had a hiccup. They had a hiccup before against the 49ers a couple of weeks ago. And it was kind of like one of them, like, damn, they just had to, they just do some goofy stuff sometimes. But I don't think that the Rams are in position to give that up. Like, I just think they're going to win. They got 2 more division games against the Seahawks and against the Cardinals. The Cardinals are who they are. They're not that great. I think the Rams are going to beat them, and I think the Rams will take care of the Seahawks this week too.
Okay, all right. Jordan, what you think, bro?
I mean, so I said coming into this that I was going to pick Seattle because of the schedule, because they have the Rams and the 49ers next, and they have the better quarterback. Seattle has a better quarterback. Now, I know the Rams have the better defense, but did you see Jared Goff against the Jets? I mean, that was horrible. If he plays like that, they won't win anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm going to trust the fact that Seattle has the better quarterback to get them down the stretch for them to be able to win the division. Now, do I think the Rams have a better chance of going further in the playoffs than Seattle? Yes, because they have the better defense. But in terms of winning the division, I'll give it to Seattle.
Yeah, I think that's the Rams' problem, is Jared Goff, bro. Like, he's such a system guy, and he's hit or miss sometimes. And when he's bad, he's bad. And it's very and he one of those guys who, like, if he starts getting a rut early in the game, he don't get out of it. Like, he don't play his way out of it. He just stays bad in the whole game. And that's what you worry about with Goff. The defense is great. The defense might have had to slip up, like Jeff said about. But the offense sometimes I don't really trust, especially their running game is some timing, I feel like. And Cup is good, but you know the weapons are only okay out there. So, but Jeff is also right about Seattle's defense, man. Like, they don't always show up either. So I really come down to this week or whatever, winner take all. I think for the division and whatnot. But if I had to trust one, I'm with Jordan. I'll take the guy. I always take the quarterback over it all. So I'm gonna go with Russ in that team. Moving on forward. Speaking of quarterbacks, Eagles lose a close game, but Hurts plays well. How impressed were you with Jalen Hurts, guys? And there's a follow-up question too, but I'll start with that. Jeff, what do you think, bro?
Jalen Hurts is good. I think this is the type of player that Doug Peterson needed, actually. I think Carson Wentz showed glimpses of being able to be mobile like Jalen Wentz, but he is actually a pocket passer, and I don't think that Doug Peterson's playbook has always formatted themselves for it. At least when he had Nick Foles, they had the read option thing, which is the kind of the play action or fake run gives them that presents that option, but they don't expect Wentz to run anymore because he got hurt. So Jalen Hurts fits perfect, like, and he's actually getting the groom. That's why I said if he come in, he got all this right here training. This is his training camp, live football training camp. He'll get better as he starts playing with the ones more and more and more every week. The defense, I'm actually liking Jordan's opinion that they will show up. If they show up, they just had a sight in the other week.
Yeah.
So Jalen Hurts and this offense, I think they're gonna win a couple more games. Maybe they got about 2. Who are they playing?
Cowboys. I forget what else is up.
A winnable, actually, I think 2 division games actually might be at the end
actually
of their
Cowboys
schedule.
in Washington.
And if that's the case, then I definitely see him getting 2 more wins and Jalen Hurts' confidence growing. He's being really good for this offense at this format.
Okay. So what you think about Hurts?
I definitely agree with what Jeff just said. But yeah, Hurts is out there. He's solid. I remember you asked a couple weeks ago, this is a while ago, like, should they bench him? I remember I was like, they should bench him. Bench him. I was sucking. I was like, yo, y'all gonna lose all these games anyway. You might as well put in Hurts. I was looking at their schedule. I'm like, they're eventually gonna have to put him in. They put him in, and look, the offense looks fantastic. It's like, yo, you would never think they would score these many points. Everybody be talking about the weapons around them, but come on now, they putting up points now. They wasn't doing nothing but wins. They was just turning that ball over, going through and out, missing wide open people. It's crazy, but Jalen Hurts, yeah, he looks good. He looks solid. I'm happy for him.
All right.
Their offense looked like.
All right, Jeffro. So Jordan, what you think, bro?
I mean, I'm happy. I'm glad he's playing well. I'm glad he finally got the chance to show what he had. At first we were all like, well, let's wait because what he showed wasn't, anything spectacular. And if he wasn't doing anything in practice to do that, they wouldn't have, you know what I mean? They're not going to just say, okay, here it is. So he had to be, he had to have been showing, more and more stuff as time went on. And Wentz it was so bad, they didn't have a choice. You look at the numbers, he's got 674 yards total, 5 touchdowns. He's completing more than half of his passes, better than Wentz. Anything's better than Wentz right now, you know what I mean? So, but I'm happy for him. But that's not the real story. The real story is off the field, but I'm sure that's your next question.
Yeah, it is. But before I do, I think I think he got better from week to week. I think he's learning, like Jeff said, learning in the games and stuff like that. I think he's an underrated passer than people thought he was. I think he is good, and I think that he is very, very good for Doug's offense, and he motivates them like to do well. As far as the team is concerned, they could win the next 2 games. They got I think Cox and Graham made the Pro Bowl, I see, or whatever. So they got Pro Bowls on that defense. I think they got like 50-something sacks or something like that.
They're top 3 in sacks. But the crazy thing is,
good.
The Steelers. I mean, the Eagles are actually a top 10 passing defense in terms of yards per game. You would not even think that. And in rushing, they're actually in the bottom. But where the Eagles fuck up at is they've only had 2 quarterbacks to throw. They've only had, I think, 2 or 3 QBs this year to even throw for over 300 yards. Kyler Murray was one of them. I think somebody else had 295, and someone else had a 300-yard game against them. Their problem is they get beat on big plays, whether it's in the run game or it's in the passing game. You're not going to drive that. You're not going to drive the ball. You're not going to drive on the Eagles 80 yards and score a touchdown. If you got to go 10 or 12 plays, you're not going to do it. You got to get big plays. You got to get chunk plays. That's how they get beat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Was that and they can't. The other team's best receiver the last 4 games been killing y'all. But they've been Hop, Metcalf, Thomas, whoever, and stuff. This last game, though, they didn't play good defense. They gave it over 500 yards offense or whatever. Defense.
Right.
So
and I think that was in part to earlier in the game. But I didn't even get to watch the whole comeback. I didn't really get to see I saw the first quarter, then I saw the fourth quarter. I slept through the third quarter. I was asleep.
Knocked out, sleeping on your own team.
Well, the offset question is off the field, as Jordan was talking about. So, Like, so what y'all think? Is this the end of Wentz? Does Wentz play his last game as an Eagle, or should he have to play his last game as an Eagle? What do you think, Jordan?
Shit, no doubt. This should be the last time he ever suits up in a Philadelphia Eagles uniform. For him to come out and open his mouth and say that, one, shows you the type of guy he really is. So the rumors that they're saying about him are really true. He's not a good leader. It shows you the leader that he's not. It shows you that he's a mental midget. You're not a good teammate. For you to not even feel like, for you to not be happy for him, and for you to feel some type of way that you got benched about your play and you're not happy with it, it's not like he took your job because you've been hurt. He took your job because you suck. And now he's getting his shine and he's being successful, and you have a problem with that. You get what I'm saying? They can't coexist anymore because there's a problem in that locker room. He can't show, he shouldn't be allowed to even be in that locker room anymore. For you to say something about that, it shows your character. You feel what I'm saying? What leg do you have to stand on that you have anything to say about how this season is going? Because the way this season is going, now it's all being pointed in your direction. Doug and Howie just saved their jobs. Now they're all looking at you. If the Eagles would have started Jalen Hurts at the bye week, we'd be still the number one seed. You're talking about maybe going what can they even have a record with a winning record with a tie? What again? Not 9-6-1? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I think they win out the rest of their games with Jalen Hurts after the bye week, and we're in the playoffs. But they held on to Wentz because this is Doug's guy. This is the franchise's guy. And now it's all being put out on Front Street for the whole world to see that you're not the guy. So it's over.
All right. Well, Jeff, I remember you were kind of like slow your roll on Wentz before early in the season, and you wanted to kind of wait. So what you think? Is he done as an Eagle, or what you think they should do?
Yeah, he's done as an Eagle. That's it, the character thing. I was saying slow your roll on Wentz with the the football part.
Right.
The character part is totally different. Like, of course, he's got to go. He was going to go anyway. We already know that, right? Like, it's everyone finally coming to the idea, like, he was going to go.
I don't think if Hurts played like this, he was going to – I think if he didn't come – if Hurts wasn't playing the way he was playing –
I'm not in the coulda, shoulda game. I'm in there. What was going on? Hurts was playing good. That meant we knew Wentz wasn't coming back. Like,
yeah,
Hurts was playing better and better and better, and like he wasn't coming back. So it doesn't matter. We knew this already. And remember, Mike. Remember what season was that, Mike? Was that 18 when we knew coming out and Fletcher Cox had to come defend them, and we were like,
yeah, 18, yeah.
Character issues. If they say it happened, it happened. Like. You know what I'm saying? And since then, they've always had little moments where they come out and question Carson Wentz's character in the locker room. And it's not something that people were praising. So if they actually say one bad thing about it before they praise it, that's going to run like wildfire. I mean, that's probably true. So
he's a mental midget.
It's so funny hearing Jordan say this. He was on a Wentz wagon like a month ago, whatever.
Because I needed to see it before. Like I needed to see it.
It was happening.
So right it's happening. It's happening. But now, bro. But now this is the demise. Like it's like I was trying to hold on for some sort of, glimpse of what he had as a talent. But I don't even
how crazy that is.
Probably
that trying to hold on for a white guy to be the quarterback of your football team when
but it's the whole
in the back waiting for a chance.
But it's the whole thing though. Now, like now everything is coming together to where it's like we don't need you at all. You're a liability now. You're clearly a liability. You were the issue. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that needed to be seen to me. I think he'll be able to go somewhere else and be pretty decent. It's just not going
Carson Wentz.
Yeah, it's just not going to be with the Eagles.
Yo, Jalen Hurts might be really good. Like,
yeah,
he's amongst those little short quarterback crew like Kyler. You know what I'm saying?
He's bigger than Kyler though.
Yeah, he's a lot bigger.
I mean, but they look littler. They look small. They all look small. Like they're not 6'3", 6'4". They look small to me. You know what I'm saying? So you know, that it's some other ones out there like Tyrod Taylor. He was never really big, but he wasn't small either. You know what I'm saying? He was like 5'10", maybe playing quarterback. You know, and it hurts. That's all coming in. That's the new wave. That's these quarterbacks coming from college. That's just how they look. So the Eagles might be onto something finally. They might have finally did the right thing and say, yo, let's just go with the person who's in the back waiting or who's hot.
And they got to do it. And they got to do it now.
Because it's crazy because they had 2 chances to get this shit right. Excuse my language. To get this thing right. And not with the Foles thing. They should have got the Foles thing right. Like, all right, get rid of him. Like, we should have got rid of him then. Like, all right.
But this is going to work out in their favor over that.
Possibility of being a future quarterback of their organization.
All right, let's let Tobi get in here. What you think, Tobi? Will he come back or should he come back, Wentz?
I mean, no, he shouldn't come back, and I don't think he is. But you know, the money situation, I don't know what they're gonna do about that, who he's gonna go to, but he's definitely not gonna come back. But I think Jordan said something earlier. He was talking about if they started Jalen Hurts at the bye week, they will win out. I thought that was a hot take. I wrote that down. That was a mental note. I can look at pull up their schedule after they bye week. Let's see if we can see if they
look. Look at them scores. Giants, Browns, Packers, Saints, Cardinals. Look, we didn't score 20 points. We scored a lot more points with Jalen Hurts.
What was the games after the bye week? What was the games again?
Giants, Browns, Packers, Saints, Cardinals. The Eagles didn't score 20 points with Carson Wentz as the starter. They scored a lot more points with Jalen Hurts as the starter. They win those games.
I don't think they went out against the Packers and Cardinals still.
They win those games that they lost with Jalen Hurts. Stop.
And then the Saints, I thought you
I don't know. I think the Giants
number 1 defense. And
Jalen Hurts wins those games.
Got to him, they probably would have seen a little bit more film on him. Jalen Hurts would have slowed that down.
It would have helped the Eagles out.
I'm not hearing that.
Making a decision on where to go forward.
It definitely would have helped them. They probably, but like the Packers game.
They didn't score 20 points. They didn't score 20 points until Jalen Hurts became the starter, Toby.
I understand what you're saying, but I'm talking about winning out.
They would have won all those games if Jalen Hurts was the starter.
No, I think
bro. Trust me.
All right. Well, I don't want to make this about what if, but as far as what is, well, it's all really what if. So, but I will say this. I think, and I said it in the chat yesterday, I think, and whatnot. It's a shame. I would hate to be Howie and Doug and Jeffrey Lurie after this offseason because they got a problem, and the money is the biggest problem with the whole Carson Wentz thing, and like. Their issue is they got to find a suitable trader who will take on the contract and stuff, and if not, then they can't cut them without hitting the cap so hard. And are they really sold? Like we might be sold. Are they sold on Hurts after these 4 games? And I don't think Doug is really gonna be sold. Doug wasn't even sold Monday morning. He talking about we still gonna see.
Talking shit. He been saying anything.
You know what I'm saying?
He keeps saying that he need to get out of there.
I mean, yeah, I agree.
He keeps saying that BS, and they're gonna need to fire him. Because what you need to see, what else you need to evaluate? We all saw the same game you saw. So what else you need to evaluate?
I mean, two flashes in the pan. I mean, that's Ryan Fitzpatrick if that's what you're going for. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I feel him though. Like get a couple more wins.
That and they might really want to make an open quarterback competition next offseason or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I had that.
If they do that, they will strap themselves because the funny thing is, this is the time that they can go and if they cut Wentz, they have the cap space. They have Jalen Hurts on the rookie deal. Now you can go pay for a wide receiver. You can go pay for a linebacker. You can go pay for a corner. You can go pay for somebody to make. They're not missing a lot of pieces from being a playoff team. They're not. They need to go get a left guard. In the draft, they need to go get a wide receiver, and you know they're decent at linebacker. They just need to get younger at certain pieces. But this year they were a quarterback away from being a better team. Let's be real here.
Okay.
Let's be real here. I mean,
I'm just gonna say that as far as the question is concerned, my prediction, I don't think nobody takes on the contract. We're gonna see what will happen. And it's gonna suck for you because they both go into training camp. That's gonna be the biggest story. And then as soon as Wentz have a bad game, they calling for Hurts and back and forth. It's hard. So
I think they learned from their mistake last time, and I don't think it was a mistake to let go of Nick Foles because you see how that panned out. You see how Nick Foles panned out. But
out of here.
Yeah,
if you would
have been a Hall of Famer by now.
Nick Foles sucks. Nick Foles
sucks. Great in Philly, okay. Bro. Always. You know, he wasn't
great in Philly.
He'll be a Hall of Famer by now.
You already got a statue.
He runs the same offense in Chicago, and Nick Foles sucks.
But listen.
That offense, he worked.
But hold
perfect.
on. But listen. Listen. If you would have had Foles, you would have saved all this money, and it would have been easier right now. Your problem is they would have paid him $100 million, but they paid fucking.
Yes, they would have. They gave him Mike Vick $100 million.
They wouldn't give him Foles $100 million.
They didn't even step on the fucking field after that.
Bro, they wasn't giving Foles $100 million. They would have gave him like 25, 30 million to call it a day.
Cousins got $100 million. Jimmy got $100 million. Jared Goff got $100 million.
Cousins got 84.
Nick Foles would have got $100 million.
Cousins got 84, and Nick Foles probably got 84. Just like Kirk Cousins, because they the same kind of player. They need to be in a certain system. You know what I'm saying? Right. Excel. So that would have been a fair bargaining chip if I was in their lot.
He still got $80 million. Sucks. So what would have happened? He got $80 million ass.
Oh, Cousins?
No, Foles.
He didn't get 80. Anyway, we're gonna move forward, bro. Past that, let's move on to the Chiefs and the Saints, man. Game we all talked about last week, but actually played out. Now, Breeze came back. I don't know if he was coming back when we had this show last week. We didn't know yet, but right now, after the game, did they bring him back too early? So, what do you think?
I don't think they brought him back too early because at the end of the day, the Chiefs look dominant as usual, but the Saints still put up some points. You know, he got to get back out there soon because the playoffs is coming up soon. Get some early reps. So I don't think he came back too soon at all. Actually, that Taysom Hill was getting played out.
What are your thoughts on the game itself then?
It was. The Chiefs. The Chiefs are. I picked that. That was about upset last week.
I know.
I wasn't sure. I think to beat them, but I don't think Drew Brees was playing at that time. I didn't know that, but the Chiefs. They're one of the best teams in the league. They are the best team in the league right now. So, I wasn't too shocked at the outcome, to be honest.
Okay, George, what you think of the game, and did they bring Brees back too early? Bro?
No, I don't think they brought him back too early. I think, I don't think he would have came back if he wasn't, ready to play because they need him. So I don't think if he wasn't ready to play, he wouldn't have played. And like we said, he needed to get the reps in. So I don't think it was a bad idea them bringing him back when they did. In terms of the game, it was a good game. They went back and forth. Pat Mahomes is the GOAT, and I don't really know what else you can say. Yeah, he's the greatest quarterback.
He's looking like it though.
I've already said this.
You did.
Yeah,
you did.
Every time he steps on the field, he's the best player on the field.
That one pass to Harvin in the end zone was crazy. I gotta say, I can't believe that they could have.
He's the best player on the field anytime he steps on the field with anybody on the field. It doesn't matter if Aaron Donald's on the field. It doesn't matter if Aaron Rodgers on the other side. It doesn't matter if Lamar Jackson.
I don't know. Aaron Donald crazy. Aaron Donald type crazy.
You know what I'm saying? He's the best player on the field. Aaron Donald can't be the best player on the field because he doesn't, he's not controlling everything. Mahomes is, anytime Mahomes steps on the field, he's the best player on the field, and he's at the most important position. Donald's not Donald has an important position, but he's not in an important position that can affect,
Why not? Game. His position affects the passes that go out, the handoffs.
Patrick Mahomes scores touchdowns all day long. Aaron Donald might get one touchdown every 6 years. You know what I'm saying? So
another hot take from Jordan today. Jeff, what's your thoughts on that game and about Brees coming back for the game?
It was a good game. It was a really good game. It was entertaining. I mean, I liked it. Yeah, a lot of the scoring came at the end, and that's like, hey, that's when you want it. That's when it's the most exciting. But Breeze coming back, when is there a good time? You don't want to bring him back the first game in the playoffs. You want to bring him back earlier, let him get a few games under his belt. This was the only time if you wanted him to come back. You couldn't bring him back week 17, and give him one game and then give him another game, going into the playoffs. He's got to get in. He's got to get some live reps. Uh, I don't know if there was a right time, but this was the time they chose, and I mean, it made exciting TV for us.
I disagree about bringing him back. I think because they play again when they play Saturday, I think, actually. I would have brought him back after that. I would have got him like a few more days off the rest. Or the problem I think they did was they brought him in right away and they like didn't give Taysom like any snaps. He got like 1 or 2 snaps or whatever like that. They should have still had more Taysom. And they could still brought Breeze back, but let Taysom go back and forth a little bit more. And I think that's what kind of messed up the offense because they were so used to Taysom right now. Kind of weaned them off of Hill and back to Breeze a little bit. The game was great, but at every game, man, I started to see a little bit more flaws within the Chiefs, man. And I'm telling you, like, I know Mahomes. Huh?
Mahomes covers those flaws up. I get what you're saying.
Nah, them cracks come through a little bit.
And they're really, and in my opinion, Mike, they're really Andy Reid's flaws, and Mahomes covers them up.
Oh,
Andy Reid doesn't make a lot of great decisions sometimes late in the game. He didn't make.
Sounds like a whole lot of mixture of sometimes doesn't make great decisions sometimes. What?
He doesn't.
Stop playing, man. That man just.
Mahomes covers up some of his flaws.
Bro,
their game plan, their play calling be crazy. Like the routes that they insert in the plays. I don't know any reason to play call.
Bro, if Cam and Hendrickson, Cam got ejected, Henderson got hurt, that game could have wound up very, very differently, yo. I think their offensive line is not as great as we think, that they are sometimes. Now, Mahomes can move around, but if they get some good pass rushers, they're gonna have some issues again every single game. They're not like blowing the doors off nobody like the 07 Patriots, some shit like that, or even the old Rams or whatever.
But you're
defense is that great, man.
But bro, but you're also not remembering they're gonna get everybody's best shot every game. So every team that they play is gonna get their best effort, their best coaching, because they're the Super Bowl champions. And they're finding ways to win games in critical moments. Like other teams, the best teams and the best players win those type of games. So they're doing everything that they need to do because they know that once they get to the playoffs, it don't matter what type of game it is, they can win.
I feel like they put up a lot of effort to win these games.
Whether whether they're down by 20, but that's okay, bro. That's what great teams do. They find ways to win those type of games.
They do, but if when you see dominant Super Bowl teams, a lot of times they have a lot of games where they just kind of cruising to victory, like kind of like them last year. This year, I'm telling you, man, it's a big struggle, bro. I'm telling you, from what I see, bro. They lost to the Raiders. They almost lost again to the Raiders. Every week they were down by 10 to Miami. Like they're either down or trying to hold on to a win every week, bro. It's a lot.
Bro, Tom Brady won championships. The next year, they lose 2 or 3 games and they're counting them out. Like, I don't believe that.
All right.
They used to count Brady out when they would look bad and lose a few, and then they end up winning the Super Bowl.
Go ahead, Jeff. You got to
say
something?
Championship teams do.
I'm just saying. I told you they've been cruising all season, man. I tell you, they all season they've been on cruise control. And just try and scrap it out. But I hope that energy don't run low because, like you said, I'm starting to see some stuff in the Kings too. Like where teams beating them the same way. Like, wait, they beating them deep too, like killing them. I'm like, hold up, like they suspect for something. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, Mahomes covers it up a lot. I think because he just mesmerizes.
He mesmerizes. Like, I ain't gonna lie. But they run into a Buffalo, a Tennessee. I can see some problems in the playoffs, bro. I mean, I still pick them to win the chip, of course. But
he's the equalizer. If
the Steelers had their line, It'd be crazy.
You can defend everything. You can have the perfect play call, but you can't defend. You can't.
He can't do a lot of hand on the field, and the other team running the ball down your throat.
Bro, you can't defend his talent, bro.
I don't know when their defense got proclaimed so great. I mean, like it's just offense.
I mean, their defense wasn't bad.
I mean, Frank Clark, all right, he pretty good, and
He won defensive lineman, right?
I'm just saying, Honey Badgers still make plays.
Jones, they got Tyrann Matthew, Jones, and Clark. Jones is one of the best in the league.
Okay, Chandler Jones. Okay.
Yeah, and Honey Badgers still make plays. But anyway, moving on forward, man. Off that game, we were talking about earlier the Packers, but the Packers. Oh wait, okay. All right. Thoughts on the Bucks and their comeback win, and are they becoming a threat again in the NFC after this win? I think Tom Brady had 320 in the second half. We probably got AB, to have a good game. What do you think about the Bucks, Jeff, after this?
Well, I think the Bucks, they just going through the growing pains, of a team that's all put together for the first time ever, a bunch of parts, and Tom Brady is a big part of that. He's old, so he might get started in the second half sometimes, and that defense is good enough to kind of hold them up, and that running game should be good enough to hold them up. But I'm not shocked. I mean, Tom has some of these type of games when it comes down to the end of the season where he has some real funky kind of play and some win it all ways in some games where he plays good in the first half and he plays good or in the second half. But it's just they just got too much weapons, and they unlock and stuff like Antonio Brown. That's scary. And I think they'll maintain the same position they've been in.
Okay. Tobi, what's your thoughts?
I can't believe they was down like what 17-0 at one point. I mean to the Atlanta Falcons. This team, they always start off slow all the time. I don't know and they always come back in games. I remember earlier in the season, they was losing to the Chargers, and they came back and they beat the Chargers. It was something just like that. I'm like, yo, but I mean, I feel like that's the Tom Brady. I feel like Tom Brady takes over the game sometimes in the second half, maybe, or something. Maybe in halftime he says something. They say something as a team or something because they always usually turn it up. And unlocking AB, that was scary. I was happy for AB though. Seeing him, I still think, if he never left, he'll still probably be up there. He was number one before he left, especially in the league. And the Bucks secondary, they are so inconsistent. Like you could have your way with them for like Atlanta. No Julio Jones. Julio Jones didn't play, right?
No.
Didn't play. They have Julio out there. They had the other two just running around doing whatever they want to do. Russell Gage killing.
Right.
Having their way with them too. So I don't know, but Brady, he looks better than Ben. He looked better than Ben right now. And when Brady was Ben's age,
always better than Ben.
He looked amazing still, And I think Ben is really. I don't mean to switch topic, but Ben really looks like, that injury really messed him up. He doesn't really have that arm anymore, really. And that's probably why they throw those little short out things. Maybe that might be. Even though I think they should take more shots, but yeah, I just had to get that off my chest.
No problem, bro.
He going down early. All right, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. That's
Jordan, man. Talk to me about the Bucks, Jordan.
I don't know, man. I don't even know. I don't know. Like they're just really inconsistent on both ends of both sides of the ball. With that being said, I think like Jeff said, they're working out the kinks. It's a new season, new team, a whole bunch of new players. I still think they can make some noise in the playoffs because I think, like I said, the two things that they can do is play defense and run the ball. And then they got Tom Brady. And I'm never going to count out Tom Brady. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
things that they can, I just hope that, in the playoffs, they come out strong. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind seeing the Buccaneers win a Super Bowl. It would be cool. It would be cool to see Brady get another chip. with another team and prove everybody wrong, I wouldn't be mad at that.
Wow.
And if is it gonna come this year? Probably not, but it could be a good chance. I mean, like I said, I really do think that they can beat anybody in the NFC strictly because of the fact that they can play defense and they can run the ball, and that matters in the playoffs. All that throwing it around the yard, unless you Patrick Mahomes, you ain't gonna be doing all that shit in the playoffs because they're gonna be coming.
They ain't win a Super Bowl. They ain't even getting there, in my opinion. I'm happy for AB. Have a good game, score a touchdown and stuff. Yeah. And after all, he brought a lot on himself, but still, you know what I mean? He loved football. So happy to see him, playing and stuff like that. If they can really unlock those weapons with everything they got, they would have a great offense. You know what I'm saying? Bruce Arians, sometimes his play call can be a little shoddy too. He like to take too many shots down the field sometimes. But I do think they're coming into form though. Right now. I think they're going to be a really, really tough out in the playoffs, depending on the matchups and how it happened. And if you let Brady get into a groove, you already know, like, he hard to stop, bro. But the thing is, man, I would just keep moving Brady off his spot. That's the key, you know what I mean, for Brady. He does look better than Ben, to Tobi's point and whatnot. But he also got better weapons than Ben. But that's a whole other story. But I will say that I guess that's my point, man. They could be a tough out. I don't see them getting to the bowl, in my opinion. So moving on forward, man, the Raiders lose a close game. It's not really about the Raiders. It's about what could be, but Justin Herbert.
It's about the Raiders.
Okay, whatever you want to talk about, bro. It's your world. But how impressed have you been with Jordan? I'll start with you with Justin Herbert his rookie season, bro.
I mean, I think we talked about this earlier in the season. Like, we've never seen any. Me personally, I feel like I've never seen anything like this from a rookie at the quarterback position, except from Andrew Luck. Never seen a quarterback as polished as he looks as a rookie since Andrew Luck coming out. There's no other quarterback that's looked like that as a rookie, that polished. He's got the arm talent. He can move out of the pocket. He can run. He can run away from you. At 6'6", he can run away from you. Defense and linebacker, he can just run away from you. And he's got I'm just saying, he's got a Mahomes-like arm. I'm not going to say it's like Mahomes-esque, but he's got a freaking cannon. You know what I'm saying? So he's got all the tools to be a top 5 quarterback. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he's got the weapons. So I think next year they're going to be something to be, seriously. The Chargers are going to be taken seriously next year.
You say you didn't see this?
No, I mean, a lot of people coming in were saying, like, it's Joe Burrow, right? And then it's Herbert and then Tua. Me, on the other hand, if you just go from the tape in college and you look at the numbers, I would have personally said, because before Joe, like, it would have been Tua and Herbert if Joe Burrow didn't come on the scene like that in LSU. Like, right. Joe Burrow was a nobody until he came to LSU. Joe Burrow was a backup at Ohio State.
Right.
And then went to LSU, got the start. I think that was his junior year he started with them. They were bad. He wasn't even that good. And then their senior year, he went, I mean, we all know. You know what I'm saying? So, but Justin Herbert is incredible to me. It's impressive.
Okay. So hold on, Jeff. Yeah, your Raiders lost, man. Sorry to say. But what do you think about Justin Herbert? and the game. Let's talk about the game. So, like, either way.
Oh, man. I mean, it was a good game. I mean, it was good, man. Wilder's a beast, man. I don't know how Baltimore let that guy out of the facility.
Yeah.
Like, I know he had the issues with the substance, but it's all good. But he's a cannon, so he played a really good game.
Well, he converted a receiver too. So.
Huh?
He converted a receiver, Waller. He was really a receiver.
Yeah. I mean, you can tell he don't have receiver speed, but he's got tight end speed, high end tight end speed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he's got, and I like Mariota. Honestly, I think let's give him another week. It might work out. If something good might come of this. It might be a Foles and Wentz situation, and we'll be ready to dump Carson as quick. Like, Because players go to another organization, rehabilitate themselves. Like I always say, like Ryan Tannehill, like he's good now, he's there, but in the Dolphins, he was terrible. You know what I'm saying? So
don't say that about Carr. Don't say that about him.
Huh?
Don't compare the two of them.
Whatever the case may be, whatever. But going forward, Justin Herbert, that kid's good. He got the pro quarterback body. He's got the arm. He's ready to play now, getting the live reps. The defense is holding up. They're scoring, and they're in a lot of close games. But he's definitely got the pro game down, and I think they found him a gem. And I think moving on from Rivers might have been this might have been one of the situations where it play out where the rookie guy that waited come in, all right, ooh, and he's good, so it doesn't hurt him. But yeah, I think they're set. They are scary. They still got Eckler. Do they got Melvin Gordon too, right? Jeez.
Nah, Melvin Gordon is
with the Broncos.
He with the Broncos.
Okay. Still got those two nasty wide receivers and tight end.
They got Keenan Allen. We know he got them. Mike Williams is pretty good too. You giving them these trash games to go ahead and get in repetitions and trying to play on the field with Williams and Allen. That's a crazy trio.
Mm-hmm. And Henry too. The tight end is nice
Henry too. He might be right. They might be something next year.
I can see it. I mean, not in the division. I don't know, but we'll see and whatnot. But Tobi, what you think about Herbert in the Raiders game?
Herbert, he looks good. I mean, I never expected this. Honestly, I never expected this. I think we did talk about it before, and I think I've seen him in college maybe like once, but it was never nothing like crazy. I really didn't pay attention to him. I think in the game, he wasn't nothing. He didn't jump off the screen, but I didn't expect him to be this good. And San Diego, yeah, they definitely did make a good move, letting Phillip Rivers go, and then like you guys said, they found a gem because he looks great. And you said that they were saying him before Tua because he definitely has the height over Tua. Tua smaller. Mm-hmm. You're always gonna pick the bigger QB. That's what's gonna happen. And the Raiders, I like what I've seen from the Raiders. Like Jeff said, I like what's his name again?
Mariota.
Yeah. I liked them in Oregon. I liked them in Oregon because it was fucking tough in Oregon. You could not. They would always score points.
Our state stopped.
It was lit, but they look good. And Waller, that dude is nice. He's up there, top 5 tight end, of course. And but they lost. And defense is horrible. That defense is horrible.
Horrible.
Yo, yeah, man. Terrible.
And then when it is, I'm like, yo, how you letting this happen in overtime? Like, oh, he beat you all the way down there, bro, for overtime.
Terrible.
I was like, damn, but yeah, the Raiders, they need to get this shit together, to be honest. Maybe go with Mariota, see what he does.
Well, Mariota got to play now because I think Carr still hurt with the hammy, so we're gonna see. I think Gruden, like he never really bought into Carr. You know what I'm saying?
Never.
And I think Mariota getting like $17 million a year or something like crazy number for a backup or something like that. So Gruden knew what he was doing and stuff. I feel like low key, and I feel like that Mariota ran the offense really good. You know what I'm saying? And it might be a change of scenery, change of location. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's not like what I mean, like players don't say he got like whatever 6 years of starting or whatever it is, so they know who he is. So what I mean, well, like he came in like Jalen Hurts, but wasn't no film on him. Everybody knew who Mariota is. He still was doing his thing. So I thought that was good for the Raiders. So we'll see about that. For Herbert, man, that kid is just good, man, and he like big body, but he still can move. He can play. I'm with Jordan. I've never seen nothing like this since Andrew Luck and stuff. And I think sky's the limit for them. Now the division gonna be hard for years because you got KC, what I mean, the Raiders. It's gonna be tough or whatever. But I do think they got a gem with that. But as far as the game, that was a great game, and I feel bad because the Raiders are now 7-7. So they got to try to win 1 or 2 more games to show that they're building. Because again, you give a guy $100 million, you got to get to the playoffs at some point. Talking about John Gruden or whatever, or that's more like wasted money and whatnot. And what I mean, at least by next year, your second year in Vegas, they got to get to the playoffs because that'll be now. Because let's think about it. By next year, you'd be able to pay John Gruden $40 million for no playoffs. They'll make the playoffs, and that's just not.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I think he need to go upstairs. I think he need to be like an OC, man. Like, let somebody else come discipline, a different voice. Like, let his voice relate to somebody else and they relate a message. Because I just think that he's not the voice.
And low key, in 3 seasons, Jack Del Rio made the playoffs. And
I was going to say that with Derek Carr.
Right, with Derek Carr. So if Gruden didn't make the playoffs 3 seasons, how much of an upgrade? You know what I'm saying? So we got to see, how that's going to really go.
Like Gruden should have went upstairs.
I mean, they had
Del Rio.
They had a little bit more talent than this team, offensively and defensively.
This team got talent, bro.
It was 7-3, bro, wasn't they? Like 7. They just lost all these games. They were
6-3 at one point. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like,
it's weird.
It's not ready, yo. We don't take over games and like we need to. Like the Jets game, we should have fucking annihilated. We should have annihilated the Jets. Like,
and Jordan, you saying they got talent, but Gruden is the one who picks the talent, right? He
should be upstairs.
Well, no, I was saying that
he should be upstairs.
You were saying that they made the playoffs with Carr and Del Rio for 3 years straight. I was saying those teams were more talented than this Gruden team.
Yeah, but Gruden is the one who picked the talent. He should have had better talent. That's his fault. That's what I'm saying.
I understand that, but I'm just saying.
Like, no, your point is valid. I'm just saying. So it's still his fault. So
but I don't know if it's more their defense, I think, than anything.
Yeah.
I think it's just more their defense than anything else.
I mean, definitely true. But I'm just saying, when you're paying the coach that much money, they got to make the playoffs at least.
Yeah, they missed on those picks on defense.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe they need another year. That's what I'm saying. They could gel.
And that's what I said. One more year, they'll make the playoffs. You would have gave this man $40 million for nothing. That's not cool. Or whatever. What's that, Toby?
So ever since the Falcons game, they've been bad. That was the first game I bad.
But speaking of playoffs, that's a good segue. Who do you guys think will get the last playoff spot in the AFC? Because somebody not gonna make it.
Go ahead, Toby. You're the resident information desk help desk guy. IT.
I need the standards for the conference.
I'll let you know right now. I'm talking about AFC.
You supposed to go get them too.
Nah, so Miami's got the last. Miami's in that 7th spot right now, and then the Ravens below them.
The Ravens are out. Yeah.
I would say for me, I'll go right fast. I'm gonna say Baltimore because Baltimore has the easier schedule. Baltimore has the Giants and the Bengals, and Miami has the Raiders and Buffalo. Those are going to be 2 rough games. The Raiders aren't going to lay down, and neither is Buffalo.
Because we right there in the hunt too. So if we beat the Dolphins, we're going to own a tiebreaker on anything with them. And Miami's been on a little run. I thought they were going to get beat last week. They're due for a loss, and the Raiders are due for a W. So.
Okay. What do you think, Jeff?
I'm about to go bet on that. The team that I think is going to get the last spot, sadly, I'm going to say that it's going to be the Baltimore Ravens. Okay. I just think they've been there before already. They know how to win. They're getting better, and they hungry. They like the dogs. They're the dogs of the playoff hunt this year. Like they're the underdogs. And they trying to get in, and I think they will get in because, like you said, their schedule is highly favorable. Lamar had 3 touchdowns his last game.
Going off.
Yeah. And that's what it takes sometimes. It takes a good team to beat up on a few bad teams real quick to get the momentum. And I think that's what they're running into. Like, they about to beat up a few bad teams, start feeling themselves, come into at the bottom of the playoff race in the last spot.
Okay. Toby, what you think, bro?
Who did the Ravens play the last 2 games?
Giants and Bengals.
So Miami plays the Raiders and they end the season at where the
Buffalo.
Oh damn! But Buffalo might be. I mean, I guess I don't want the Ravens to make it. Of course, to hell with. We got our spot secured. The Browns have probably got their spot, and then the Ravens hopefully miss it. But, I mean, anything could happen. But right now, actually, I'm gonna go with Miami.
Okay.
I think Miami is going to beat the Raiders. You talk about they're not gonna lose. Well, how many in a row? 4?
I'm saying they're due for a loss, and the Raiders are due for a W.
They're gonna lose again. Miami has a good defense, and Mariota's in there. I don't know. Maybe that they're gonna stop that running shit. If you stop that running shit, then who knows what's gonna happen? So I'm gonna go Miami. I'm gonna get that spot. We're gonna keep it.
Okay. We got them all on wax. I like what Jeff said about, but you know what's crazy? Like the Browns can still fall off. You know, if they lose 2 straight, and the Colts can still fall off too. So it's really down to about 4 teams to get that last spot. It's not just between 2. But Loki, who the Browns got last? Do you know, Jordan?
Tobi, you information, dude.
They just played the Giants.
I'm on my phone. I don't.
No, I said who the Browns got.
Right.
Who the Browns got next
Right,
year?
you gotta say
on my
something.
phone.
Browns got next.
Nah, all right, let me see.
They got the Jets next.
Oh yeah, they gonna win.
Browns.
Yeah, and then they got the Steelers last game of the season.
They're gonna lose that one. So they'll wind up.
Hey, and the Steelers need it.
Yeah, they'll wind up 11-5.
Steelers gonna be trying to get that win because they need that repetition. They mess around and get 2. They mess around and lose you 2 games.
Yeah, I know.
I think the Browns are gonna make the playoffs.
Yeah, Browns should get in. Colts got the Steelers once, I think.
The Steelers have the hardest schedule. They got
the Browns and the Colts.
I know.
We clinched
if
it.
the Browns lay down for the playoffs, then yeah.
I don't want the Ravens to get in.
That might be for the division.
Yeah, you don't want the Ravens to get in because you don't want to play them in the playoffs.
Right.
That might be for the division.
It'll be hard
to play for the division at the last game. Wow.
Who?
The Browns and Steelers.
Nah, I don't think
It
so.
depends. If we beat
Why not?
If we beat India,
why wouldn't they be? The Browns are 10-4.
Yeah, we 11
and then Steelers 11-3. That could
right, but we got but we 4-1 in the division. The Browns are 2-3, so we got the tiebreaker.
We're gonna have the tiebreaker there too.
We're
Yeah.
Well, yeah, y'all would have a tiebreaker there too if they beat y'all, right?
Right.
But you guys would still probably get because it would go to who has the most division wins. So you guys would probably still get it.
Correct. See, look, Jeff trying to stir shit up or whatever. Look,
it was adding up to me. I didn't have that information.
But
he was ready.
Anyway, I don't want the Ravens to get in. Jordan is right. Because if they get in, that means they would have won like 5 or 6 straight, which means they'll have a lot of momentum once they're in. And unlike last year, they won't be sitting on the bye week waiting. And Lamar is hot when it gets hot. So I hope they don't get in. So for that reason, I'm going to pick the Dolphins like Tobi and say why not to get in and whatnot. So on to the last topic, man. Jordan, courtesy of Jordan himself, the Pro Bowl selections. Do you agree with the selections, and who do you think was snubbed? Jordan, I'm sure you got some stuff to say about it.
So I agreed except for 2. One was like unbelievably like horrible, and then the other one was like debatable. So Justin Jefferson made it over Calvin Ridley. Ridley has a little bit better numbers. I mean, Jefferson's 73 catches, 1182 in yards, 7 touchdowns. Ridley's got 77 catches, 1192, and a couple more touchdowns. But I would have gave it to Ridley because it would have been Ridley's first, I believe. And Jefferson's a rookie. Jefferson's got some time to go ahead and continue to make Pro Bowls, but he's a great receiver. But the snub of the fucking century. Sorry. How did Evan Ingram make the Pro Bowl? Yo, I'm gonna listen to this. Evan Ingram had 54 receptions, 572 yards, 1 touchdown this whole season. Robert Tonyan is top 5 in the NFL in touchdowns as a tight end for the Packers. He's got 49 receptions, 551 in yards, 10 touchdowns. Jimmy Graham has 6 touchdowns, and Gronk has 5 touchdowns. How did he make the Pro Bowl with 1 touchdown?
He got the most receptions, sound like to me.
Who the fuck cares?
He getting the most catches. What you mean?
Oh yeah, those tight ends.
Bro, Ingram, out of them four, but he only has 54. Tanya has 49, Graham has 44, Gronk has 41, and they all have more touchdowns than him. He has one touchdown the whole season.
Bro, I don't know about no snub, but the NFC wide receiver, oh man, that thing is crazy.
But
Devontae, D-Hop, Metcalf, and Justin Jefferson. Yo, that's like
I mean,
this year, this dude is really balling. Like, them really the top guys playing.
I mean,
like,
Mike Thomas was injured all year, so he didn't even get any consideration.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I said playing.
Yeah. But come on. One touchdown. How do you make the Pro Bowl one touchdown?
Yeah, that's wild though. That's wild.
Wow.
Yeah.
They all have better numbers than him. Tanyan is in the top 5. I mean, top 5 in touchdowns and all NFL. It's a tight end.
That's a
and
joke.
the Cowboys have 0 Pro Bowlers, like for the first time in like 15 years.
It's their worst season ever, man.
So yeah, that's my snub. That's Robert Tanyan definitely got snubbed. And the kid from New Orleans, the other Hendrickson, he got snubbed too. He didn't make it. He's top 5 in sacks.
Yeah, he's nice. I saw him last night.
So, yo, I'm trying to tell you, man, the Packers got a Pro Bowl cornerback. I'm trying to tell you that team.
Oh yeah,
and he nice. Alexander, he been nice.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I see your boy Josh Jacobs made it. Jeff.
Yeah, I know. I seen that. I was like, okay, he knew he having a worse season than he had last year, but okay.
Still made it, right? Yeah, I didn't think.
I mean, there was nobody else to put in the AFC. I mean, there was him.
Right, you're right.
Maybe Kareem Hunt could have got something. I don't know, but I don't think they were 2 running backs.
Nah, you already gave Chubb.
Yeah, and then at NFC, it was Dalvin Cook, Kamara, and Aaron Jones. I think. Yeah.
Aaron Jones.
I'm with it. That backfield is unstoppable too. Heavy load.
There was no one else to really put in there in the NFC. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's a solid Pro Bowl. Besides that one snub Jordan mentioned, I can see that. I'm happy for Justin Jefferson. Like, I mean, a rookie make it. That's going to propel his whole career or whatnot. Yeah. So that tells you who's the best receiver out of
the draft. He might be a perennial Pro Bowler for that case.
Yeah. And where did he go? Top what? 15?
Yeah, I think he was like 15.
He was drafted like 16, 17, something.
Oh,
yeah, Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
No,
or he was like in the early 20s, I think.
He got the Eagles picked Riegler or whatever, right?
Yeah, it was like 20. It was like early
on the board. I remember that. I was like, yo, pick. There was like Riegler. I was like, who's this? Like Justin Jefferson.
Yeah,
Justin Jefferson. Oh man,
on
TV
and everything. They wasn't watching. They don't be watching.
Sick,
so y'all missed out on Metcalf and Jefferson. That's crazy.
Yes, they gotta be sick, Mike.
George shaking his head like, yeah.
Bro, that nigga do not watch, bro. He was on TV, literally national title game.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I would have picked him too, bro. I don't know. like, I don't know. All right.
What you want me to do? Whatever, right? All right. All right, moving on forward, man. Tobi, I don't know how you're gonna do this, but we're gonna pick a lock.
And I got you. I got us. Don't worry. I got you, Tobi. Chill back, bro. So y'all ready?
You about to go?
I'm about to tell y'all what the games is so y'all can pick the lock in the upset.
Oh, shit. They lazy. Put something on your phone.
I mean, Tobi on his phone.
Oh, I forgot.
So you got the Vikings and the Saints. Bucks, Lions, 49ers, Cardinals, Dolphins, Raiders, Giants, Ravens, Falcons, Chiefs, Panthers, football team, Browns, Jets, Bears, Jaguars, Bengals, Texans, Colts, Steelers, Chargers, Broncos, Eagles, Cowboys, Rams, Seahawks, Titans, Packers, Bills, Patriots. Damn.
So who's up? I'll go.
Go ahead, Jordan. I'm about to say, go ahead,
My
Jordan.
upset is the Raiders over the Dolphins.
How that's an upset? All right, but go ahead. Y'all disrespect my team, bro.
I mean, it's just
Y'all 7-7, yeah.
Damn about that shit.
They're gonna be favorite. They're gonna be favorite. You know that. And my lock is the Ravens over the Giants. They're gonna demolish them.
All right, Jeff, since you've been looking.
My lock is the Buccaneers over the Detroit Lions. My upset is the Jets over the Browns.
Oh my.
Okay, that's a good.
I hope so. All right, Jordan, what you got, bro?
My lock. Going out on a limb and say the Saints are a lock against the Vikings. I think that's gonna be a good game, but that's gonna be my lock. And my upset. Are the Chiefs home or they're away?
Chiefs are home.
I'm gonna pick the Falcons over the Chiefs as my upset.
Okay.
He's gonna keep trying.
You will pick an indoor team to go outside and upset the champs.
Like,
Are you
eventually
drunk?
are going to lose a game, and this might be the game.
Bro,
you know, the Falcons.
indoor teams don't play well outside.
That's my upset. Watch
All
when
right.
All right.
You
Well,
must
he
be
picked
drinking
me.
that wine.
Or that champagne for this chip he trying to win.
I know, that's what I said. It's wine.
Yo, chip bound. All
right. Who said Vikings over the Saints?
Tobi.
I said that.
Yeah. Okay. Oh man. My lock is going to be the opposite: Chiefs over the Falcons. Tobi. And
that up.
Huh?
I said you're gonna mess that up because it's not gonna be a lock. But
and the upset, I'm gonna go Niners over the Cardinals.
Niners over.
That's such a butt team upset. Like,
It's not happening.
Like, that's a whack one, Mike.
How is it whack? What you mean?
That was whack, bro.
Cardinals don't suck, bro. That would be an upset.
That would be an upset, yeah.
Cardinals are what, 7-7?
No, they're 8-6. What you mean?
All right.
Niners 5-9. How does that an upset, bro? What are you talking about?
All right, go ahead. I give you that.
All right. Next up, power rankings 1 through 5. I see Jordan, you've been looking. What you got, man?
Damn. I don't even know. You caught me off guard.
I thought you were looking. Now, I'll wait. Go ahead, Jeff. What you got? 1 through 5 power rankings.
I got the Chiefs. I got the Buffalo Bills.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got the Packers. Then I got the Saints.
That's 4, bro.
You sure?
Chiefs, Bills, Packers, Saints. Yeah, that's 4, bro.
Chiefs, Bills, Packers, Saints, Steelers.
Okay, got you.
Yes.
Tell me what you got, bro.
3 in a row is tough. Mike said it, man. I thought about it.
Sheesh. Chiefs, Packers, Bills, Saints. But the last team, I didn't know who to put for the last team. I can't say Steelers, because 3 games in a row.
You just bit my whole starting 5, man.
and I don't want to put in the Bucks because the Bucks, they were just down. How am I gonna put them in my top 5?
Man, if you don't make up your mind,
I'm gonna put the Indianapolis Colts.
Wow.
Okay. Jordan, what you got, bro?
He fishing.
I got the Chiefs, right? I got the Bills, Packers.
Sit up, we can't hear you.
I got the Chiefs, Bills, Packers, Saints, Ravens.
The Ravens are 7-7. How the hell are they in top 5?
They're 9-5.
They're 9-5, but they should be in the top 5 though. I would jump on that.
7-7.
The Ravens?
Yeah,
Y'all are 7-7.
7-7. There's.
All right.
Raiders and Ravens sound the same.
I got the Chiefs and Bills like everybody else up top. Then I'm going to go with the not the Packers. I'm going to go with the Titans actually. I like what they've been doing. I'm going to go Titans, then Packers, then I'm going to end it with the Colts. So those are my 5. I'm shaking it up on my end.
Both almost lost it. Really?
Colts 10-4, bro.
At 2. I think the Packers are the second best team.
Packers just barely, like, that was a bad, I don't know, that was a weird game, bro. Like, I don't like what they did on offense last game, bro, to me. So
top 2 quarterbacks teams.
Yeah, but Rodgers had 143 and a touchdown. Like, that was ass the other night.
He was 20 for 29. He was efficient.
I mean, Aaron Jones had 150-something yards rushing.
Yeah, like, he wasn't like 14 for 27. He was 20 for 29.
I mean, efficient player, but
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, it only required him to do that.
I mean, you're throwing. I mean,
Jones went off
with 143. You're throwing 7-yard passes. I mean, what do you
but only 9 out of 29 of them hit the ground. And you got how many touchdowns?
Rodgers? Oh yeah, one touchdown. Yeah, one touchdown. Yeah.
Okay. Did he have a rushing touchdown?
Yeah, well, he had a rushing touchdown. Yeah, he did.
So he got you 2 touchdowns. Oh man, come on, bro.
We talk about passing. Like, it wasn't that bet.
It's gonna hurt him. It's gonna hurt him.
Come on, man. You got you 2 touchdowns. Come on.
That's an MVP running.
I think he lost the MVP this weekend, Rodgers. I do.
No, he didn't. How? 20 of 29 for 140-something a touchdown and a rushing touchdown.
All right, now go look at Mahomes. Go look at Mahomes stats, and then you go be like, "Oh,
when you look at did we say that when he had the 3 interceptions?
Yeah, shit, he still had 300-some yards and two touchdowns.
Yeah, 395.
Yeah, 395 in that game.
The game had 370. He had 395. Yeah.
Oh my God, he went ape shit.
Bro,
he should 3 fucking picks. When last time you heard Aaron Rodgers throwing 2 picks?
Against the Bucks this year. I'm talking about.
I'm saying though, how long ago?
Bro, that's the best defense in the
league. It was eons ago, bro.
We did anything like that.
It was eons ago, bro.
Yeah,
bro. Aaron Rodgers been the most consistent. I bet you he went MVP. I bet you they give it to him.
Yeah, if he had 2.
I bet you they gonna give it to him, bro. They going to. It's the NFL. That's how they do business, man. They gonna give it to Rodgers. I promise you.
Nah. What's your all right? At your top, what y'all think? Still Rodgers or Mahomes? Jeff got Rodgers. Who you got, Tobi?
Right now, I still got I got Mahomes, but
still you ain't had Mahomes at first.
Still got to play the last couple games. See what happens.
Jordan, who you got? Rodgers or Mahomes, bro?
Know where I'm going, bro.
All right.
So if Mahomes play one half, that hurts his chances, right?
It depends what that's why I said let's see what Rodgers do. If he go off,
had a shitty game. He had a shitty game, Jeff.
Rodgers
had a few shitty games where they lost.
What if you don't leave?
Touchdown. That'll never happen to Mahomes. He'll never have 150, bro.
Yeah, he'll never have 150 yards.
Bill Belichick's like he'll still tear that shit.
It might be just a couple plays. Like, all right, we'll see.
But look, Jeff. Yeah. Look, Mahomes is probably going to get 5,000 yards. Right. He's going to get 40 touchdowns, and he might still only have 5 picks. Where Aaron Rodgers is going to have 3,800 yards, still have 40-plus touchdowns and 4 picks.
So he's a 40-year-old like Aaron Rodgers is what 37.
I mean, bro, and
he's throwing 40 touchdowns in the season. And then look at Devontae Parker. That's Devontae Parker. Devontae Adams. Like, come on, man.
I mean, bro. Bro. Patrick Mahomes' QBR and rating for the yards that he throws for is unbelievable.
How do you lighten off that and say for the yards he throws for? Like,
bro,
what's his QBR?
Bro, he averages 318 yards a game. His QBR is 83.4, and his
What's
rating
Aaron Rodgers' QBR?
83.5. So he's got
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, and he's got.
All right, and so you gotta forget, Aaron Rodgers winning is dethroning the champion. Like,
bro, and his rate.
Mahomes winning, he's already the MVP. So now Aaron Rodgers is trying to dethrone the champion. Y'all looking at it from the long lens.
Rodgers, because of what you're saying.
Y'all had Aaron Rodgers in the league and Mahomes chasing him down. No, Rodgers is trying to dethrone Mahomes from the MVP.
My thing is, Mahomes gonna have 800 yards more than Rod. That's a lot of fucking yards, bro.
That's damn near 2 more games. Like,
I mean, we don't know what's gonna happen. If they
All right,
already
you're right.
the number 1 seed, like,
Okay.
They're not gonna sit there. Well, they might.
I ain't saying a whole game, but maybe a half a joint.
Okay. Well, we know where everybody got right now. We'll revisit this. But anyway, hey, that's the end of our show, new episode of Beyond the Trenches. We appreciate you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We'll be back this week, one day for a half-court trap. Once we get the schedule, together. Matter of fact, you guys stay on when I cut this off so we can figure this out and stuff. But anyway, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next week.